This PSA was brought to you by the Peter G Show.
You may have second thoughts after the show.
Don't drink the faucet. We're really talented. We should get Oscars.
Just pick out a car, for Christ's sake.
No, hi, my name is Peter.
Yeah, I want.
Here's good.
Yeah.
Madam Perry.
I need to get back in the genie bottle.
Louis from Pennsylvania, you're on. He likes it. It's showtime.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
That's right, Showtime Wednesday, right here. Here we are. How is everybody? Hey, everybody. Wednesday. Rainy Wednesday here in Southern California. Been raining pretty good since last night. Here come the mudslides. Thanks, Governor Gavin Newsom. Thanks a lot. Hope everyone's doing well. Grateful to be here, as always. I want to thank everybody who will be joining in, who is joining in, and those in the future who are watching on demand. Got a great show for you tonight. A lot of information. I can't help it. There's just so much stuff, and I have to draw the line on certain things. No matter what I'm going to say, though, tonight, I'm sure I'm going to upset a few. But I don't mean to upset you. I'm here to enlighten you. Take the blinders off. Whether you choose to believe or not, that's up to you. But I'm going to show you things that are factual, and you just got to get used to it because there's a lot of change going on in this world, in this country, weekly, right now, daily. Pretty damn exciting. But yet, the butthurt are screaming and crying because it's just not the way you were programmed. And this is the whole thing. There's still hope for you. There's hope for you. All you have to do is just open your eyes. Take a deep breath and say, it's okay. It's okay. Right here on Life of Peter G, The Peter G Show, every Wednesday like clockwork, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on that East Coast. God willing. And right now we are here. But we do have a great show for you tonight, and I got a lot of things I want to talk about. And that's the way it's going to be. Again, you can't please everybody, but one thing I want to really bring up is, I don't know if you caught the memo. For a lot of you, for those of you who didn't catch the memo, you're not going to be seeing this, so you're not going to be seeing this, but we are consolidating. I have too many Facebook pages, and everybody's scattered all over the place watching the live show. From this point on, from today on, you can only watch the Peter G Show, Life with Peter G, the Peter G Show, live on the official Facebook Peter G Show page, if you're watching from Facebook, okay? So I got to start bringing people and grouping it all up. We have 11 different platforms, but we have 6 that go live that you can watch live on. The other ones I can't. They won't allow it with the system we use, blah, blah, blah. So we upload that after the show, directly after the show, and it goes after the fact. Now, when the shows are over, you can watch any show on demand anytime you want from whatever platform that I'm available on, including the audio podcasts, which are like 26 different audio, your YouTube podcast, your Apple podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, all the majors, okay? However, when it comes to watching this show right now live, from now on, the only way you're going to be able to see it live is if you tune into the Facebook Peter G Show page, official Peter G Show page, which those of you who are watching, you're watching, and or the official YouTube Peter G Show page. All right? I want everybody right there. And please, just hit the subscribe button on YouTube. It's free, so it'll notify you when the show starts. Then you can see any of the shows you want after it's live, but Same thing with Facebook. Please hit the follow button, the like button, whatever it is that's right there on the main page, the official Facebook Peter G Show page. Let me know that you're switching over and you're there. We'll notice by the growth. But the other 3 Facebook pages are not watching right now, and they can't watch right now because we're live and they're not on that station anymore. So I'm hoping that it's going to be a little bit of a catastrophe. But I'm hoping by me talking about this, little by little, I'm going to get you to shift over, okay? It's free. Let's do it. Please hit the like and the shares and the follows and all that kind of stuff. I just got to get everybody, corralled up because there's just too many people all over the place. It's important. And that's that, all right? And don't forget, again, the audio podcast. You can take the show on the road with you, put an earbud in your ear. I know a lot of people don't have time to be watching this show. It's a long show, but when you're in the car driving, you're exercising, walking, at work is boring, put an earbud in your ear and listen to whatever show you want to listen to. It's on demand. But if you want to watch live, and here's the reason for watching live, because you can comment live and I can see your comments most of the time. And if we do call-ins, you'll be able to call in. I'm going to try to open up the phones a little bit tonight, and you can call in. I can take your call and you can tell me, what's on your mind, whether you love what I do, whether you hate what I do, whether you have questions and you disagree. And I really want the people who disagree. I do, because I want to know why you disagree. I need you to educate me. I do. But whatever's on your mind. And that's the whole purpose for doing the live show. Otherwise, I can just pre-record these shows and throw them up there. But I like your interaction. In fact, I love you to interact. So please comment. All right? Comment, and when I open the phones, whatever's on your mind. I get so many people that say, man, I wanted to call you. I chickened out. It's not that hard. It really isn't that hard. It's very simple, actually. But anyway, that's what I want you to do. All right? Also, where are we? Next week, I'm actually going to have a guest next week. I haven't had guests because there's so much stuff, but it's pre-Valentine's Day. And I didn't do this last year because we were on break last year in February. But here we are now. It's February, and I'm here. So next week, pre-Valentine's Day, she's been on the show several times, but she hasn't been on in about 2 years because we didn't have this last year. Heather, the advisor, is going to be on this show. I'm going to pick her brain on what's going on with the universe. Love is good. I think love is a powerful thing, probably the most powerful. And while she's on the show, might even take a phone call or two and let her tell you your future. That's what she does. But next week, February 12th, pre-Valentine's Day, here on Life of Peter G, the Peter G Show, with Heather the Advisor, telling us what's going on in the future and possibly taking a phone call or two and talking to you and telling you about your love life or what's going to be happening in your future. She's pretty good at that, okay? So you might want to tune in, join in, tell a friend. But please, follow. All the newbies that are coming over from all the other pages now that I'm telling you, we're only going to be on Facebook official Peter G Show page and YouTube official Peter G Show page. Subscribe on the YouTube and follow on the Facebook page, okay? Cool. Glad we're on the same page. Anything else going on? No. Real quick before we get going. Anybody happen to catch the Grammys this past Sunday? The Grammy Awards. I got to tell you, I had no intentions of tuning in. No intentions. I've lost all faith in award shows and Hollywood and all this. Things are changing, drastically changing. I mean, I feel like they're grabbing straws, but I did tune in to probably the last half of the show. And I regretted every bit of it. In fact, it was like a train wreck. I couldn't help but keep watching because I'm going, what have we become? What the hell has happened to us? Is it safe to say that the Grammy Awards and the Oscars and the Golden Globes and all this stuff, nobody cares about it anymore? They've become so irrelevant. I think ever since COVID, people found other ways to get information and entertainment. And they're finding out that these expensive ass, you know how much it costs to put on a Grammy Award or Golden Globe or the Oscars, the whole scenery, the whole thing that they build for only that lasts for, a half a day, it's a gazillion dollars. It's huge production. These people make a career out of just designing those sets and building all that stuff and creating the whole atmosphere. That's their career. And I think it's just going down the tubes along with Hollywood and everything else. But I'm watching the Grammys and I'm going, I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm getting old or I'm getting jaded, or I just thought it sucked. There's no more entertainment. It's like who can freak out? You know what I mean? I don't know. Am I wrong? You can comment while we're talking if you're on the live YouTube page or the live official Peter G Show Facebook page. I want your comments. What do you think? Because I just thought, this is trash. Wearing a damn house, a castle on your head, and then getting outdone by what's his face's wife being naked. Kanye's wife. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's all these subliminal underground messages going on. It's like, what the hell is going on? Hang on, I'm trying to figure something out here if I'm... Can that still be? Oh, I'm finding out that the only reason I'm being live still on those other channels, on the other Facebook pages, is because the official Peter G Show page is broadcasting to those pages. I want everybody on the official Facebook Peter G Show page. Come on. Anyway, I just thought we're just losing it. We've lost our shine. Hollywood. I moved to LA. April will be 34 years ago. I moved to Hollywood, to LA, because of Hollywood, as so many do. As so many do. Because only Hollywood could do what Hollywood did. It doesn't do it anymore. Warner Brothers is getting ready to pack it up from Burbank. I mean, the iconic Warner Brothers. I hear rumors they're going to move to Nevada. It's become impossible even for Warner Brothers to do business in LA. It's become impossible for people to live in California, almost. It's hard. Beautiful country. I mean, state, whatever you want to call it. I mean, the scenery, everything, the weather. That's why people came to California. It's amazing. But they're slowly but surely grinding everybody out. Anyway, just wondering, because the Grammys just really I just don't want to feel jaded, but I just don't care anymore. It's become so phony. It feels so phony. Phony. Beyond phony. Let alone who's winning awards and why. You're just shaking your head. Where'd the entertainment aspect go? The actual, the art of creating those records and performing those records. Songs. It's just crap now. I'm sorry. Again, I don't want to be like, get off my grass, you kids. I still have a flair for and a love for all that, but man, oh man. Number 2, Super Bowl coming up this Sunday. Super Bowl. I got questions about that, and everybody's questioning the sports now. There's so much conspiracy going on, which has a lot of truth to it. A lot of truth. They're saying, I don't know. I don't understand. Super Bowl is scripted, sports is scripted. That'd be a damn shame. That would really be a shame. But see, now that social media is out, I mean, everybody's got cameras. It's getting more and more difficult to hide things. There's just too many people around capturing too much information. And now that we've gotten away from, not everybody, too many people are watching too much of the mainstream news and all that, but there's so many different ways to get information. As I've told you a bunch of times, even I get more consistent, real information off of smart people that are on TikTok, believe it or not. I don't trust the mainstream news. I listen to them, and then I take it with a grain of salt so I can compare. But I definitely don't believe them. And if it happens to be that they coincide with all the other information I get, then I say, okay. But most of the time, it's not. There's always an angle. And that's it. That the angle is to divide. And this is what we're all about tonight and every show lately, because I'm trying to unmask the bullshit for those who just believe that I'm full of crap and the things I talk about, and the conservative people and the people with common sense. I see a lot of people coming around, but there's still a whole bunch that aren't. And there's some that you'll never, it's like, don't even waste your breath. And I understand that. I got some people, I watch a lot of people on Facebook, and there's some people, the stupidity is over the top. Gaslighting, talking out their ass. Now, again, I'm not telling you to believe what I'm telling you, what I'm showing you, but I'm showing you things not personally from me, things that I believe to be true that are pretty provable. Now, the alien thing from last week, I was throwing that out there because I do believe we cannot be the only life, intelligence in the entire galaxies. That day will come. But I put that out there because there's a lot of talk going on, and I'm just trying to get people to be aware. Don't be foolish. We're the only ones. We can't be. There's things that are hidden, and it's going to be coming out. In the meantime, I bring things for people to understand, to look at, to watch, to possibly broaden your horizons, to keep in the back of your head, because then once you start opening your eyes get more open, and you'll never go backwards. I promise you. And you go, wow, I was that person 10 years ago, more. It's like I was just skating through life. I was doing music. We were traveling. Money was decent. Didn't have a care in the world, kind of. And so you don't pay attention to this stuff, but it's important. It really is important, because it's the future, that the way they're trying to roll out the future. If we allowed this last administration to take over again for another 4 years, we would have been doomed. It's that simple. They were conceding to that New World Order bullshit, and the George Soroses and the Bill Gates, and just killing off depopulation, and through the old Jabberinis. Keep on taking those things. See how it works out. Keep on it. We're going to be talking a lot about that as we get more and more freedom of speech. There's a lot of stuff on Instagram they're allowing to be put out there, and man, oh man, is the truth coming out. I still have to fight YouTube and all that, so I'm going to watch myself for now. But anyway, the Super Bowl. Hope everybody has a good time watching and all that, but I can care less. It's just weird. They're destroying all the goodness, all the things in the entertainment and things that brings joy to people, and I just think it's shameful. But anyway, who am I? But again, comments. If you're on YouTube on the official Peter G Show page, or if you're on the official Peter G Facebook page, that's the only way I can see your comments, because otherwise, if you're commenting from any other page, I can't see you, and I'm sorry. I won't be able to see that till maybe a day or so away, if I even see it. I really don't look at comments through the week. Too many, and I learned through a good advice of a good friend, to not read comments, because it's a mind screw. For everybody who's praising you, you get people that call you names and all that. Not that I care. I'm a big boy. I can take it, but it's just not worth the time. It's like, again, you can't please everybody. I do this for you. I love what I do, and I do this to try to enlighten people, bring you decent entertainment, bring you information, and that's important. It's really important. Okay? So here's what's going to happen. I want to get to the nitty-gritty tonight. We are going to do exactly what I said. I'm going to enlighten you, because there's a lot of people that the left, they're screaming right now. We are 2 weeks into Trump's presidency, and he is on fire. He is on fire. There's just nonstop 24/7. And the people around him are scrambling too, to make change. The things that more than half of the United States voted for. We want change. And boy, is he bringing it. But at the same time, Things can't get done completely overnight. These people that are crying over, blaming, that's like the price of eggs is, I'm going to get to all of that. And I'm hoping that you hard-headed crybabies that I still love, but that's what you're doing. You're crying. I'm hoping it will help you to shut up and stop the gaslighting. Stop it. But I'm going to prove that to you. You can call me all the names. If you want to come on and call and talk to me about it, I'm all in for that too later on in the show. But this is what we're doing, okay? And that's the way it's going to be. And again, I invite everybody to watch, share. I love you for doing it. But if it's not your cup of tea because you can't handle the truth. If you can't handle it, cool. I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. You go live in your bubble and go find a bunch of people that are in agreement with you, because there are quite a few, but not that many. I mean, there's more and more people are figuring it out. I'm hoping to help you too. And there's no shame in that either. There's no shame in that, because they sold you the bullshit really, really well. So it's okay. In the meantime, look, I'm going to be back in a minute. I want to hear from my good friends over at Clean Star Products with their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver. Because let's face it, folks, it makes sense to save money. So I'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Tyrone Thompson of CleanStarProducts.com. This is DX1 Driver in the news, and here's what our friends have to say.
So I'm here to recap on the DX1 I've used. I put it in the oil and I put it in the gas. While I'm using it just for about 3 tanks. Cleaned everything out. I got every ounce of power back in my truck.
When Jared's truck was new, it had a lot of power. Then over time, it began to slow down. He got it all back with our DX1 Driver program.
Something you got to see for yourself. It's a great product. It's affordable. And it blows all the other additives and esters out of the water.
DX1 Driver is the finest oil in the world from a California environmental company. It goes into the fuel system and the oil. It's the only green grade product qualified for the carbon credits program, giving you better fuel mileage, lower emissions, and increased horsepower. So join the fuel savings revolution today. Go to CleanStarProducts.com/shop.
That's right. Clean Star Products for their money-saving fuel additive DX1 driver. I can sum it up in 2 words. It works. If you didn't hear me, I'll do it again. It works. I didn't believe it myself until I started using the product. I started using it. I realized it does work. It's real simple. Take one of these little bitty bottles. Actually, this is the big bottle. This is a little bottle. This is for regular size cars, 4-door sedans and all that. This is for trucks and SUVs. Not even the big bottle is not really a big bottle. You pour one of these bottles, depending on the type of vehicle you have, into a clean oil change. Lasts the whole oil change, 5,000 miles, 10,000 miles, depending on what kind of a vehicle you have. If you have a Mercedes, it's 10,000 miles. If you have a American car, it's 5,000 miles. All right, you pour it into the oil change. Then every time you fill up your tank, you take one of these bottles and put it in with a full tank of fuel. I noticed the difference within about 3 or 4 tanks. I noticed I didn't have to step on the pedal as hard to get the vehicle to move. I drive a high mileage vehicle, Ford F-150 Super Crew. It's getting up there in age. Notice the difference. It's heavy. Didn't have to step on it. It was getting better gas mileage. My daughter noticed the difference when she borrows it. She goes pick up hay in my truck because she's a horse girl. Say it all the time, but that's the only way I know how to explain it. Cleans your engine, better lubricity. I mean, it's just good food, good body. Same thing with this little product, okay? And don't believe me, here's what I want you to do. Go to www.cleanstarproducts.com. I got to start posting that up there with the phone number. That's what we agreed to start doing. Go to the website, www.cleanstarproducts.com, and there's a phone number on the bottom of their website. Call that number. I need you to call them. They'll answer any question you may have, okay? Anything, because I know you're going to be skeptical. I mean, I don't blame you. I was. They'll answer all your questions, and should you decide to order, here's the important part, and this is why you're calling. Mention that you saw it on the Peter G Show, and they will send you 5 bottles for the price of 4. Okay? A deal's a deal. 5 bottles for the price of 4. That makes the perfect starter kit. You put 1 bottle in your clean oil change, that leaves you 4 tanks of gas. You should notice a difference within those 4 full tanks of gas. And then keep up the regular maintenance. Just put in one every tank or every other tank at least. I mean, cars are expensive. Who wants to be buying cars? They're just tools. This will extend the life of your car. It's going to make your engine run better. You're going to save money in gas. I mean, all the above. It's just like exercising and eating clean. Good food, good body. Makes sense. Go to www.cleanstartproducts.com. Call that number. Ask all the questions you want. They're right there willing to answer because they know they have a product that works. And should you decide to order, mention that you saw it on the Peter G Show. That's very important. They will send you 5 bottles for the price of 4. Deal's a deal. Telling you. It works. How'd I say it? It works. All right? Thank you. And now it's that time. Oh. Smooth. Well deserved. Not a single comment yet. That's strange. I'll take it. I know you're watching. Please feel free to comment during the show. Want to know what's irking you, what questions you may have. And as promised, I'm going to start talking about things. Now, one thing I want to do, I want to reiterate real quick. I want to do a flashback. Those of you that have been, see, I know there's a bunch of people watching on the old Facebook pages. I can already tell. I need you people watching on the other Facebook pages to go to the official Facebook Peter G Show page, hit the like button so you can follow from there, please, because I'm going to start eliminating that page. You'll only be able to see me on the official Peter G Show pages. No longer my personal private pages and all that. Even though you guys are friends and all that, I get it. I love you, but I need you over there. And on YouTube, go subscribe on YouTube. It's free. See, here's one guy. I love what you do, bro. Solid. Thanks, man. Love what you do, too. Safely. Keeping America's roads going. Anyway. I want to go back. For those of you who've been keeping up with me, watching the show, we've been on for years. I was really hit hard with the fires in Lahaina. That's when my eyes opened up about things don't feel right with the fires that happened in Lahaina, Maui. Not to mention, then I started looking into the Paradise, California fires. Not to mention the fires in Chile, the fires in Turkey. Yeah, there you go. That's one. Yeah, right on there, Stephen Boyer. Is this the official Peter G Show page? You've come to the right spot, my friend. Thank you. Love you. Look at that. Here we go. One by one. That's how I've been building this show. One by one. The hard way. I didn't have $1 million to go sink into advertising and just buy my way in. I've had to do it uphill both ways, in the snow, barefoot. Still going. God willing. So the Lahaina fires, something didn't sit right with me when those fires hit, and that led me to dig deeper and deeper and deeper. I mean, I was going and getting information that was upsetting some people. I was getting some threats, things like that, things I shouldn't have been poking my nose around. But I should be poking my nose around because things weren't right. Those fires, I swear, you could say that, the naysayers and this and that, things are weird. And now we just recently had these fires in Pacific Palisades and in Altadena. And the fires, one thing to have a fire, but it's another thing when they don't burn right. Things don't add up when aluminum is melting. Glass is melting. It's even higher heat to melt out glass. It doesn't make sense. So I'm talking about it. And I just want to refresh your memories because, again, being that we just recently had the convenient Pacific Palisades fires, and that conveniently our wonderful governor, Gavin Newsom, happens to have a plan on how to rebuild that place, Smart LA 2.0, just too fishy for me. He burned out the people who voted for him. And I truly believe he burned them out. Just collateral damage. People died. In Altadena, people died. So check this video out. I just want you to remember that things aren't always as they seem, and this will all come out one day, but there's great possibilities that this is a lot of how things happen. So check it out.
Starting after the Paradise Fire of 2018, many with a memory started noticing things that didn't seem normal. And the media told us climate change. With over 40 years of experience, forensic arborist Robert Brahm has been investigating the damage from these suspicious fires since Paradise. Based on his evidence, these fires are being caused by some sort of directed energy weapon. As many of us suspected, the trees in these recent forest fires are not burning as they should be.
This is common for a horrific firestorm. This is what's left. They all look like this. There's nothing left. The twigs, the needles, the branches, even the trees will burn down, sometimes to a low stump or even a hole in the ground. Not like this one. This was the big Coffee Park fire in Santa Rosa, where 4,700 homes were turned to white ash. And look at the trees. Why aren't they missing along with the houses? Many of these are pine family relatives. Eucalyptus against that road there, or whatever that is, against the road. Those are eucalyptus back there, the round ones. Those are so flammable, a cigarette lighter in your hand can light those on fire. A green leaf, light them right on fire. The forest is primarily valley oak, blue oak, and California bay, which is a very combustible leaf. I can light them on fire again with a cigarette lighter. They didn't burn. There's a bay tree right there. The bottoms will always be burned right at ground level. No reason for that. Grass couldn't do that. You have to have a lot of flames to do that. No, they're being cooked right where they're at. This was an entire bay forest, and I couldn't find one leaf burned. And somehow the leaves turned black. You notice the bottoms of these little suckers here, they're black. Almost every tree here is a bay. They didn't burn, but the ground did. It's only a grass fire here. You can tell this was just grass, and it might have even been kept up. I don't see one burned tree. There's ponderosa pine, black oak, white oak. Well, there's a deodar cedar to the left there a little bit. That's pine family from the Himalayas. And a digger pine on the left, the big multi-branched one. Nothing wanted to burn that day, just the house. Ponderosa pine forest. Little short ones and everything. Where the flames are in the needles, they refuse to ignite. Here's your eucalyptus. It's down in the flames, refuse to burn. Upper foothill or lower pine belt here. Very flammable areas. And no, they're not burning. And look in the background. Chunks of metal everywhere.
The physics of a natural fire does not explain the way aluminum and glass have been melting.
The two fire captains told me in their combined 60 years, they've never, ever seen a window melt out. Incidentally, every fire I've been to, all these 120 trips, not one window has been intact. Every single one has melted out. No exceptions. There's your aluminum. What's melting it this far away? What's keeping it flowing? These things will flow 20 or 30 feet from a car when there's nothing on the ground to keep them melting. That's a high temperature, but they keep flowing right across the dirt.
The fires are breaking out in the metallic materials.
Here's a fence line. They all look like this. Burned at the nails, burned at the ground. The only place they burn is at the ground and wherever the metals were. What fire does that? A normal fire would burn the post from the bottom up, not skip spots. No, they favor the metals, of course. This is a tall post, perhaps 5 or 6 feet high, and way up high, eye level, just the nail area burned. Here's this board. What really burned? The nails on that board. This little guardrail is a park guardrail, and actually it's all wood. There's no metal here. The cross member, the long ones, and the post are all wood. And each one was burned like this, where the screws were.
And trees are burning from the inside out.
Many trees are cooking from the inside out. They're burned on the inside, and there's no hole to get a flame in there. This thing was about 4 feet in diameter in a spring, burned from the inside out, and not one leaf burned. When you look at the cuts, this is very important. These are 90% dead. They should not have that heartwood. The dark area is the heartwood. It shows me these things were cooked from the inside out.
There are many anomalies to be found in these fires.
And here's a soil bag. It still had soil in it. That was there. The tennis shoe was there. And you see the black. There's black everywhere. A cushion for your chair. I see this chainsaw in the back of this pickup truck. The window melted out at 2,500 degrees. All the tires burned completely, leaving the slinky-like steel belts. That plastic should be gone completely, down to the metals. Didn't happen.
There's so much white ash in some of these photos. It looks like the heat would have been really intense. However, it didn't reach very far.
Why is that? Why is everything reduced to white ash versus...
Well, I'm going to have to say it's because of the extreme heat. It's a different kind of flame. To me, these are microwave-based flames.
Greg Reese reporting.
I just wanted to run that by you again because these things do exist. I don't know if you remember, the last show I did on Lahaina was in the fall of last year when I had a Lahaina resident who's head of investigating his own town because he knows it wasn't an accident and it was very strange the way things burned. And he was showing Paul, what was his name? Paul. The show's on there. There's 7 shows. I did 7 shows on Lahaina because that's how strongly I felt. How the hell do boats 200 feet offshore all burn to the ground into the water? On top of that, from the shore, there was only road and beach and dock. It didn't make sense. But he was showing pictures that he took personally of trees that were burned from the inside out, down 3-4 feet into the ground. So I'm just doing this because it's really quick to forget about everything and everybody moves on because there's so much tragedy going on daily. It's like, forget about that. So that way you forget about it and they sweep all that corruption under the rug. So just keep it in the back of your heads because we're not going away. Now, let's get to current reality check. I want to talk about the here and now because I am sick and tired. And again, I have friends that are in this mode and I love them. But I'm sure they disagree with what I have to say. And all I can say is, I'm sorry, you need to just stop with the screaming, the yelling, the crying, the gaslighting more than anything. Gaslighting when you don't know what you're talking about. And I can prove this. The latest thing is we got so many other things going on right now, but everybody's screaming, he's been in office 24 hours. How come the price of eggs haven't gone down? Anybody with rationale and common sense can tell you Rome wasn't built in a day. He's doing a lot. He just signed another executive order to get transgender males out of women's sports, little girls' sports, girls' locker rooms. Come on. Common sense. Daddy's home. We're not putting up with this crap. I was thinking about it. When I was growing up, there was always gay people. I got no problem with gay people. I really don't. But how many times when you were growing up as a child did you have to worry about this kind of stuff? And the answer is never. And you know it. Because this wasn't happening. If there was somebody, an anomaly that was going through these true psychological issues, it's one. So 0.1%. But they've made it sound like this is an everyday occurrence. You go to and like everybody's trans and this and that. It's like, stop it. But they're shoving it down your throat. And a lot of people just cave to it and they become sheep and embrace it and all that. It's like, I got no problem with it. You want to play makeup and do whatever you want to go do it. But don't force it on me or my children. And to try to say that a child can make up his mind when they're all crazy, they're just young, and say that they need sex change operations and all this stuff. It's like, the problem I have is with the doctors and all these people and the parents that are going along with this bullshit. Kids are crazy. I mean, who didn't when you were little walk in your mother's shoes and things like that? Just part of being a child. You don't really develop. I mean, you're just being a kid. Nothing makes sense. Just growing up. But daddy's home and he's saying enough of this nonsense. Do what you want to do, but you're not forcing it into everyday life with everybody else too. It's not fair. So here's a reality check. This is from the band Beard. Haven't heard from him in a while, and I just realized he's on TikTok as the band Beard 13. The last time I played a video was the band Beard 5 was his name. So he must be constantly getting taken down, but he's on TikTok. Makes a lot of sense. I love this guy. This is just to catch you up, and here we go. And if it pisses you off, sorry, not sorry. But Welcome to the real world. And this is just the beginning. Here we go.
Egg prices are going up and food and energy costs haven't gone down. Now Trump supporters are regretting their vote for Donald Trump. Yeah, no, we're not, because we understand how the economy works and what set that off. See, Donald Trump is killing it when it comes to his executive orders, and you guys can't have it, so you're throwing out this deflection, but you're leaving out the important bits. Under the Biden administration, they slaughtered over 100 million egg-laying chickens right before Trump took office. In November and December of 2024, they ordered the slaughter of about 20 million egg-laying chickens. See, these price increases were predicted in 2024 because of that event, because when you wipe out the supply, the costs will go up if the demand doesn't change. Then we jump over to food and energy price. Well, Donald Trump's only been in office for a week. And it's interesting because when Donald Trump did the debates and did interviews, he was very clear on what you have to do to try to keep prices down, because you just can't reverse the economy like that. And you guys are now admitting that Biden was at fault for the increases. But he said you have to drill, bring down energy costs, and you have to find efficiencies in the supply chain. So what did Biden do right before he left office? Signed an executive order on drilling and tied it directly to the 1953 Continental Outer Banks Shelf Land Act, which means they were preventing drilling from the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, and the North Bering Sea. See, so your president immediately went and made a move that was counterproductive to bringing your costs down, and somehow you're going to tie that to Donald Trump when these events took place before he's been in office, and he's only been there for 8 fucking days?
That's right. Well, it's been now more than 8 days. This video is a few days old, but that's right. But again, kicking and screaming. I see the gaslighting on Facebook. I watch Facebook a lot because, I mean, the stupidity runs rabid. There is a handful of men and women that I just want to shake. But they are hell-bent. There's no fixing that. They're so deep in the anybody but the orange man progression that even when we're going to be doing amazing, they're still going to say, yeah, but still. That's how deep they are. But again, it's just been the first 2 weeks. And here's a girl talking about the egg prices directly, because again, you can't make this stuff up. It's factual. So that's why I'm not going to tell you to shut the fuck up, but that's what they need to do. All right? But here's another one proving. And again, you don't remember this because you selective memory, or you never even heard about it in the first place. You just see it on TV and you run with it. Here you go.
This is for all the people complaining that the price of eggs hasn't changed yet. It seems like all of you forgot the literal attack on the egg industry that's been going on for the last 4 years. Here's some videos to brush up your memory.
Massive fire at a farm downstate has killed millions of chickens. This video just released of the flames that ripped through the Wabash Valley produce facility in Farina on Wednesday.
A fire killed around 240,000 chickens this morning at a Florida farm.
Still a large fire burning at a chicken farm in Brazos County. Take a look.
2 million chickens have to be killed in our neighboring state of Nebraska following yet another bird flu outbreak. The state's agricultural officials there say that the virus was found on an egg-laying chicken farm yesterday in Dixon County.
4 million chickens will have to be killed after Iowa state officials say they detected bird flu at an egg farm. Already, more than 90 million birds have been killed since the outbreak started in 2022. The Department of Agriculture claims the risk to the public remains low.
And this is just a handful of the videos that I found from the last several years. And guess what? It happened while you were focused on getting your swabs done in your nose and all the boosters you were going to take and getting free donuts for getting vaccinations. That's when it happened.
Yeah. Well, you're busy being more brainwashed. But again, don't get mad at me. And I don't blame you. It happened. They sold it well. That was their whole plan, to sell the fear. And they did a good job. It affected a lot of people, including those who are pissed off at me right now as I'm speaking about this and showing you this. However, I can't say this enough. This is your time to be saved. This is your chance to start redeeming yourself. Stick around. I got more. The older millennial on TikTok. Let's start talking about Doge, because right now the left is going insane on Elon Musk. He's stealing, he's doing this, he's doing that. He's an idiot. He's the richest idiot in the entire planet if he's so stupid. I'll remind you, he's not even collecting a paycheck. Both him and the Orange Man are not getting paid for their positions. That's how stupid they are for not getting paid. Because I promise you, every other politician, including old Joe, was, they took the money. They took the money. The Orange Man didn't even take the money from the last time he was president. But everybody's on Elon because they're scared shitless of him. He's exposing everything. So here's the older millennial, because he's only been going at it for a short time. And you know how smart he is? He's hired a bunch of young guys, young scholars. They're working round the clock, just like he did with Twitter. He moved beds into Twitter. People were sleeping there, working around the clock to eliminate 2/3 of the employees and working on a fraction of the employees and excelling and doing even better. That's what he's doing with Doge right now. For free. For your benefit, to save you tax dollars, or for the tax money to go to the United States instead of everywhere else. But what do I know? I'm just a talk show host. Here, I'll let the older millennial explain it. He's really good.
In the last 22 years, the Department of Treasury has denied 0 requests for payment. You understand how insane that is? That in more than 2 decades, anytime a government official or a bureaucrat wanted the Treasury to pay for something, 100% of the time they paid. Now, we didn't know any of this until Doge took a look. And while they were investigating, they obviously wanted to interview and get the records from the highest ranking official. And the highest ranking official at the Department of the Treasury was a man named David Lebrick. And instead of doing the interview and providing the records, this dude resigned. He literally gave up his chance at a government pension just so he didn't have to answer any questions from Doge. Now, what were some of these approved payments that they were going to ask him about? Well, one of the first ones they were going to ask him about is why the Pentagon spends $600 million a year on sushi. And that's not even in like the top 50 of worst expenditures. Did you know that the IRS is spending $230,000 a month on cinnamon roast K-cups for their headquarters? This is a headquarters building where 92% of the employees are working from home. 92 out of every 100 employees in that office are home, yet they are still spending $230,000 per month on just cinnamon K-cups from Starbucks. Oh, and those little plastic coffee cups? Yeah, they were spending $1,280 per cup. $1,280 per little plastic cup. Yeah, you know what? We'll just keep pretending that we don't need to investigate our government expenditures. Or we'll pretend it's normal that the Department of the Treasury hasn't denied a request for payment in 22 years. Yeah, just stick your head in the sand. That'll make it better.
No lie, folks. And as I keep going on and on and on, it's going to show more and more. I know where that money's going. There used to be a complaint, I remember back a long time ago when I wasn't paying attention, but even I caught this. There was complaining about overcharging the government, like for a hammer, like the military. They'd pay $80,000 for a hammer. And that's their way, because you're not paying attention. You're too busy hustling, trying to survive. That's their way of buying a hammer for $4 and taking the other gazillion dollars and funneling it into everybody else's pockets, including all the black ops, all the dark operations, the things that we know nothing about that goes on in this country. Everything from CIA to alien technology to anything you want to believe. There's things that you could possibly not even believe that are going on. And that's how they get the money to fund it, by overcharging for coffee cups and taking the rest of that money. And who's paying attention? Nobody. Wake up call. Hello. New sheriff in town. Shit's getting ready to get real. And this is where you need to wake up and go, wow, because I have more. I have way more. The government audit. The government's getting audited by people who want to say already they're saving us a ton of money. But again, the fight's going to go on. They're going to throw accusations because people are going to get busted. Everybody, all these politicians are lining their pockets. So get mad at me for for pointing this out, for all you hard asses that just think that the orange man is so awful. You're going to eat crow. And I don't care. I don't want to say, haha, I told you so. I don't care. I just, for your benefit and your family, because God knows, if you're thinking like that, the people that have to live with you, it's just got, again, for a lot of people, I know some that are totally against what I'm saying, and their life is pretty comfortable. So they just lash out and go, Peter, I don't know what's happened to you. And I do know what's happened to me. I understand what's really going on. Your life is comfortable. You're not paying attention. You just catch a piece here and there, and it doesn't matter because you can pay your way through life. Well, there's a lot of people that can't pay their way through life. They're living hand to mouth, month to month, day to day, week to week. And that's why I'm here, because I understand that. I don't care, how much money I may or may not have. I still get it because I was there. I'm still there. So I'm not going to, you can call me all the names until you call me on the phone or come on this show and enlighten me and try to show me why I am so wrong. I got more stuff for you, okay? It's just life, reality. Government audit. There you go. So they're all scared of Elon because Elon's blowing their game. Here you go. Here's some more. Enjoy. Don't mention it. You're welcome.
So I want you to explain to me the irony in this. The Democrats wanted to hire 80,000 IRS workers to audit the American people. But now that Doge is auditing the federal government, all of the Democrats, liberals, the news organization, it's all an uproar. Don't you find that suspicious? I mean, why is it okay to audit the American citizen who's actually paying to run this overblown machine of a country? But when we want accountability, when we want to know where our tax dollars are being spent, it's the uproar. Makes you think, huh? What is it exactly people in Congress, the bureaucrats in the federal agencies, and the mainstream news organizations have to hide?
Oh, they've got a lot to hide. They've got a lot to hide. A lot. A lot of people are getting ready to get blown out of the water because they've been corrupt. It's been corrupt for decades. Decades. And now, it's a whole new ball game. I'll drink to that. Smooth. Oh, yeah. This is a guy called, he's on TikTok, the Real White Rabbit, whatever. He's a normal guy, but he's a guy who's paying attention and calling people out, just as I am. Thank God, through people who help me with information, who bring this stuff to the table. You can find him on TikTok. Here you go.
So you liberals are really complaining about Doge and Elon Musk, are you? You don't seem to care that they found out that they were spending $600 million a year at the Pentagon for sushi. Yeah, sushi. They were spending $230,000 a month on the K-Cups, just one brand. It was like fucking whatever the fuck it was. It didn't matter because that's $2,700,000 a year on coffee K-Cups for employees that don't even come into work. So Doge is finding out all these government spends, and everybody is all up in arms like Ilhan Omar about the USAID. That was their slush fund where they just pan out money to wherever the fuck they want. Because remember, when they were asked for money for 22 years, there was no turndowns. You could ask for anything. You could say, do frogs like drugs? And here's 200 million. I mean, stupid shit like that. And you're not mad that we're out here fucking struggling, complaining about inflation and fucking surviving? And then you're going to say, fuck Elon Musk and fuck Donald Trump because they're starting to do this to save us money? Who even fucking listens to liberals anymore? Did you see the DNC fucking chair fucking voting thing? My God. They are trying to hold on to this DEI and bullshit thing, dude. They're just never going to win another election again. I mean, the people that are voting for them obviously need to fucking go figure out something with a doctor. So yeah, hooray for Elon Musk. And you liberals need to just let go of this, my team's got to win bullshit, because now everything's just getting stupid. Because Donald Trump's winning. Donald Trump's helping you guys out too. And all you fucking fucked liberal creators on here just making up fucking lies, pretending Donald Trump is losing, when you guys are the losers. You're just reflecting, deflecting, mirroring, whatever the fuck that shit's called. Yeah.
I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm really, I've been trying my best not to swear, but I really want to. I really want to, because it's so the color that it adds, it really puts the emphasis into the description and the pinpointing of the accuracy of the stupidity. I love it. I'm sorry. And I can do it. Nobody's stopping me from really swearing like the real white rabbit, because it is so stupid. It's so stupid. How can you deny? You're going to sit here and tell me how much of an idiot Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, is for going in and finding money. You're okay with spending money on all the things he's pointing out. And this is the tip of the iceberg. The list is long. Speaking of long list, it's long. Here's a couple of things. There you go. $2 million for Moroccan pottery classes. This is the money that they're spending on that U.S. AID. $2 million promoting tourism to Lebanon. $20 million for Sesame Street show in Iraq. I mean, I'm not going to read all this stuff. I'm going to leave it here for a second while I'm talking to you. Check it out. I love the $15 million for contraceptives and condoms. It's at the very bottom. In Taliban-controlled Afghanistan. 15 million for contraceptives and condoms in Taliban-controlled Afghanistan. I'm sure the goats really care. Nah. Read this list. $70,000 for DEI musical in Ireland. I mean, this is money that should be going to our homeless. This is money that should be going to our veterans. This is money that should be going to health and welfare and care of this country. And you are going to get pissed off at Elon Musk. They're only getting pissed off at Elon Musk because they are programming you to be mad at Elon Musk, because they're getting busted. Because I promise you that these people that are screaming and yelling on the news and this and that, all these politicians, Democrats, libtards, they're pissed because they're getting ready to get busted big time. They're getting ready to get shackled, and I can't wait. Don't tell me you're going to sit here and tell me what an idiot I am for sticking up for Elon Musk, for finding all this wasted money, your tax dollars, money that could be in your pocket. And if you want to tell me that I'm foolish for sticking up for this, I will invite you to call in just a few minutes. I beg you to call me. I'm begging you to stick your neck out and try to defend this. Not a chance in hell. It'd be like having a fucking ass-kicking contest with a one-legged man. One-armed, whatever. You know what I'm saying. It's stupid. It's so stupid. And this is just the beginning. This is all within 1 week, this is what he's found. It's just, what does that tell you? We're just starting. We are just starting. Don't believe me? I mean, they're saying it out loud. But again, the government. Here, listen to this guy. It's pretty in your face. You just can't admit it because you're so hell-bent sticking to your narrative, because if you turn around and admit that maybe you made a mistake, you're too embarrassed. I'd say stop being embarrassed. You're a grown friggin' adult. Stop it. Here, listen to this guy.
Elon Musk Doge officials have actually just been spotted at FBI headquarters. This is also breaking that 1,000 EPA employees were just notified that they're being terminated. In addition to that, Hakeem Jeffries just said that Doge is raiding the government, attempting to steal taxpayer money. He said, and I quote, "That's what the situation at the Treasury Department is about." Some Democrats are accusing Doge of trying to steal money. Elon then responded to that and said, obviously Doge is trying to stop your tax dollars from being stolen for waste and fraud. He said Hakeem Jeffries wants this to continue. Then Dinesh D'Souza came out and said this: "The simple truth is Elon Musk publicly exposed the great ripoff. Now the ripoff artists, the beneficiaries of the scheme, are furious. What they say, we stand to lose civilization, our democracy, our very system of government. What they mean, we stand to lose our racket."
Yeah, they're getting ready to get busted. Hakeem Jeffries is a Obama wannabe. He's not that good. He's not even a good liar. Again, here's the left saying it out loud. This guy slipped up, one of your Democratic politicians, and he pretty much said it out loud, where they're spending their money. I mean, it's just bullshit. Stop buying the bullshit. It's real simple. It's okay. We invite you to say, wow, I am healed. Just like going to one of those, mega churches and finding Christ. You know what I mean? Better late than never. Come on. Here, check this. Where are we at? Saying it out loud. There we go. Oh, boy. Lost my spot. Oh, here you go. They're admitting it. They slipped up and they're admitting it. Here you go.
Want to see a Democrat say the quiet part out loud about USAID and admit they were conducting illegal activity?
It supports freedom fighters everywhere in this world.
That is a crime. That is absolutely a fucking crime. It's also not something USAID is authorized to do. They are not authorized to fund opposition to other nations. In fact, nobody is, because it's fucking illegal. Now, it's something we get accused of doing all the time, and the CIA pretends we don't, but we do. At least the CIA pretends we don't do that. They don't stand out there and give a speech and talk to the people and say, hey, they're stopping us from doing this illegal thing. That alone is good enough reason to shut down USAID. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud, Senator.
Yep. See, that's what happens. They get all riled up and they slip up. Biden did it a bunch of times all the time because he didn't know what he's talking about in the first place. That's why he was put into office. Just do as we say. The man behind the curtain. It's the truth. Hurts. It's going to hurt some people. Again, I just see it. You hate the orange man. You just hate him. You hate him. Stupid. It's just stupid. Stop it. Stop the nonsense. Trump is a racist. Trump is this and that. Trump is blah, blah, blah. Here, I don't think so.
So Kash Patel is about to be the first Indian to ever head the FBI. He's also the son of immigrant parents. Marco Rubio is the first Latin Secretary of State, also son of immigrant parents. Susie Wiles is the first female chief of staff. Scott Besnet, who is an openly gay man, is now Secretary of the Treasury. Not sure if that ever happened before. Kristi Noem is actually the second woman to be Secretary of Homeland Security. Richard Grenell, the envoy who just brought back 6 American hostages from Venezuela, is openly gay. Tulsi Gabbard could be the second woman to be head of national intelligence. Oh, and she's of Samoan descent. So is this DEI or is this merit-based? Does this look racist and sexist to you, or is it just a true reflection of America, our values, and how far we've come?
Is it? You know, talk about DEI, diversity and all that. He's got a plethora of all different types of people in his cabinet now. The only difference is they're smart. They're really smart people. Kash Patel, I've been watching him for years. He's a smart dude. He's not a friggin' idiot. We had idiots before, but they led you to believe they're smart. You want Pothole Pete? He's gone home to go nurse his baby now. Whatever. You guys are just, you fell for it. Okay, you fell for it. I'm totally fine with that, but I'm so sick of watching you go like dying on the sword. You don't have to do that. If you'd open your eyes and look a little deeper into these people, you're going to find out they're really smart people. Speaking of smart people, Pam Bondi, she's Attorney General. She just got sworn in today. Go pick on her. Let me see what you got to say about her, because she's smart and she is going to do the law, abide by the law, and a lot of people are going to pay the price for not abiding by the law. Our corrupt government. We had a corrupt government. When are you going to get it through your friggin' thick skulls? We had a lot of bad people in there. And one by one, this year, this time, this next couple of years is truly going to be draining the swamp. Truly. They're done. And you thank your God that this is going to happen. For your family's sake, for your children's sake, for everyone's sake. Because if it wasn't true, it wouldn't be happening. It's happening. Here's Pam Bondi getting sworn in. Thank God. So go pick on her. What is she? Trump's a racist? He's picking women. He's got so many high authority, smart, strong women surrounding him. So this like blows your whole friggin' narrative. He's a sexist. He's a racist. It's like, screw you. Shut the hell. Shut up. Just stop it. You crybabies. You're just fighting because you got nothing. There's nothing to grab onto now. There's nothing. You're almost down to nanny nanny boo boo. I can't believe I just said that. Nanny nanny boo boo. But my point being taken is like, stop it. Wake up. It's okay. I invite you to, I can't wait. I want to see the people that go, wow, Peter, I was so anti, and I dream of these people that to come to me and actually fess up and going, I'm starting to see, I get it. I'm starting to get it. I can't believe it, but I get it. Here, Pam Bondi getting sworn in. Thank God.
Hello, everybody. This is a great honor and a real privilege. I'm thrilled to be here today with our nation's next incredible, and she will be incredible, Attorney General of the United States, Pam Bondi. And I want to congratulate Pam. She's worked hard, so hard, and unbelievably fair and unbelievably good at law enforcement. I just want to congratulate you. Very special person. I have absolute confidence that Pam will fulfill her duties with honor and courage and strength and fairness. She's going to be fair. She's going to be very fair. And now I'd like to invite Justice Thomas to administer the oath of office. And thank you all for being here. It's a very important day, I believe, in our country's history. Thank you very much.
Do solemnly swear
I, Pamela Bondi, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter.
Discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Amen. Amen. Find a reason to pick on her. She's awesome. I challenge any of you. Just a reminder, in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to turn the phones on. And I want to hear, I mean, am I out of my mind? Or do you can call and agree with me, but is anybody still even listening? There's no comments whatsoever tonight. And I get it because I've switched over a bunch of platforms that have probably eliminated people that are probably going, what the hell happened to Peter tonight? Because they didn't catch the memo. I'm going to be pumping out the memos a lot for everybody to switch over. I know it's going to be a transition. It's going to take some time. Help spread the word. But I'm going to turn the phones on and just 2 more little clips. I'm hoping. It's like, whether you agree or don't agree with me, call me. Either way. I'm not doing this for my own health. I already know this stuff. I do. But here's a little hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. I want to talk about the border. Illegal immigrants were, big thing. We just had in LA this past, a couple of days ago. Hispanic people. Downtown LA, they blocked the freeway, the 101. They managed to do that. That's really dangerous stuff. And then they're protesting while they're blocking the 101 freeway, burning the American flag while they're waving the Mexican flag about how they want to be in America. They got the memo all wrong. They should have been not burning the American flag because they want to be in America. It's like somebody needed to hip them up. Well, here they were, waving their Mexican flag about how proud they were and wanted to stay in America, but they were burning the American flag. Totally asinine. This shit's got to stop. But here's the thing. I'm going to play you a couple of clips, and then I'm going to open the phones up. Get ready. Let me give you the number right now. Have something in just a couple of minutes. 818-259-7983. Write that number down, because in 2 more clips, I'm going to open the phone and you'll be able to call in. But here's the thing. Everybody's getting all over the orange man for deporting the worst of the worst. He's deporting the criminals. He's deporting the criminals. He's taking the people that could possibly harm you, kill you, rob you, rape you, drugs, kill, fentanyl. He's taking these people. They're working round the clock now. They got a lot of work to do for a very long time. And you're getting mad at him. And I want to show you the hypocrisy of all this bullshit, because how quickly we forget that your Democratic Party did the exact same thing. Only it's different now because it's the orange man. So here you go. And again, write that number down because I want to hear from you.
Legal immigration is wrong.
And open borders.
That's a Koch brothers proposal.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country.
What we need to do simultaneously, secure our borders with technology, personnel, physical barriers if necessary in some places.
If making it easy to be an illegal alien isn't enough, how about offering a reward for being an illegal immigrant? No sane country would do that.
I think we should enforce our borders. To have a situation where 40% of the babies born on Medicaid in California today are born of illegal immigrants creates a very real problem for the state.
Here's what I'll do.
Number one, the borders are more leaking today than they were before 9/11. The fact is we haven't done what we need to do to toughen up our borders, and I will.
We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully to become immigrants in this country.
All those people you watch are pieces of shit. Liars. The ones who have all tried to condemn the orange man. But again, there it is. I'm not lying. Tape don't lie. That's what we used to say when we were recording records, and when there was a mistake, you're in the studio, it's like, rewind the tape. Tape don't lie. One more quick clip, and then I want to see if anybody's got the balls enough to call me and talk to me one way or another, whether you agree or disagree. I invite you. Here, check this out.
Illegal immigration is wrong.
Except I just played that one. Chuck Schumer, he's another one. I can't wait. Can't wait to put him behind bars.
Administration, the Bush administration, has done nothing to control the problem that we have. We've had 5 million undocumented workers come over the borders since George Bush took office. It has become an extraordinary problem. And the reason the American people are concerned is because they are seeing their own economic position slip away. And oftentimes, employers are exploiting these undocumented workers. They're not paying the minimum wage. They're not observing worker safety laws. And so what we have to do is create a comprehensive solution to the problem. Now, I have already stated that as president, I will make sure that we finally have the kind of border security that we need. That's step number one. Step number two is to take on employers. Right now, an employer has more of a chance of getting hit by lightning than be prosecuted for hiring an undocumented worker. That has to change.
Well, couldn't have said it better myself. 818-259-7983. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes. I'm going to take a couple of phone calls, if anybody calls. If nobody calls, we're done. All right? 818-259-7983. I want to hear from you. I'll sit back and just do nothing. I think I've made my point tonight. And if I haven't, you're more than welcome to call me and tell me that I haven't. 818-259-7983. Pick up the phone. And a reminder, if you're watching, make sure you turn whatever you're watching the show on. Make sure you turn it down so it doesn't feed back through the phone, please. It's kind of like a radio station, only different. It's the exact same thing. There's about a 10-second delay, 8 to 10-second delay, and it's really confusing if you're trying to watch the show and be on the phone at the same time with the volume up. So don't do that to yourself and to me. 818-259-7983. Is anybody still watching? I mean, this is the thing about this this whole thing is that a lot of people will see this show later and you can't call in. That's why I'm keeping up with the live shows. But, so long as you get the point. But if you call in, now's your opportunity. If you're watching, you get to voice your opinion, okay? Either pro or con. 818-259-7983. Right now. How much time will we give it? 119. I'll give you 2 minutes. I don't get a phone call in 2 minutes. I get it. I've done what I had to do for this week. Every week is crazy. There's so much news going on. That's why I haven't had guests on the show. There's so much news going on. I feel it's so important because if I can grab a couple of people and turn them around to sensibility and common sense, I've done my job. I truly realize you can't help everybody. Some people are beyond, and I know, God bless them. They're just they're beyond. And that's the way. They'll just go down the way, everybody has a journey. Some people just got a stupid journey, but that's the way it goes. 818-259-7983. The clock is ticking, folks. If you want to speak, now's your time to speak. Reminder, no more on the other Facebook pages. If you want to watch the Peter G Show live, you need to be on the official Facebook Peter G Show page or the official YouTube Peter G Show page to watch the show live to where you're able to comment live and or call in live, which calling in right now is about useless, but it happens. Otherwise, you can watch the shows on demand anytime you want. A lot of people I get more, obviously, people watching the shows afterwards because not everybody's available right at this time to watch the show. But then again, I have a lot of people that say, oh man, I love watching your show live and I missed it last week. I said, well, you can catch it on demand. They go, no, but I really like watching it live. They like watching me squirm live. Here we go. Hi, you're on with Life of Peter G. Who's this?
Hey, man, Steve, I'm still here.
Wait a minute. You sound like you're underwater talking to the phone.
Well, I am.
Oh, there. Much better. Who's this?
This is Steve, man.
Hey, Steve, man. What's up?
Nothing much. Hey, I'm on your side, bro. You speaking the truth.
It depends who you ask. I get a lot of people that call me a fucking idiot.
Well, I know the feeling, but nope. You're speaking the truth, man. I love the orange man. I love what's happening. I mean, we voted for him, so they shake things up, and they damn sure are.
What do you think about this whole thing now? They're attacking Elon Musk because he's diving into their pocketbooks.
Well, of course. They're all scared shitless. All the way. I mean, Obama, the Clintons, they're all scared shitless.
Yeah, I think it's going to expose a lot of things. But again, I think even if we do this, there's so many people that are so brainwashed and so programmed to hate that even then it's still not going to register.
Yeah, I think, well, probably so. Yeah, probably so. And I mean, it's reached the point that, man, I'm just writing people off. I mean, you're so good about saying, I love you, man. You know, I mean, I understand that we differ in opinion and I love you and all. I've gotten to where it's like, whoa, I don't even have the energy to love you anymore. Just get away from me.
Yeah, it's not easy, but the thing is, I do. And there's people. I know who this is. This is my Steve, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Listen. We have mutual friends that I do love. That we've had decades and decades of relationship now. Even we might not hang out all the time or this and that, but they have a difference in opinion. And we've spoke about this stuff before, but for the newbies, and you know, I feel so bad. It's like I'm not gonna. I mean, it baffles me, but then again, they're looking at me going, you baffle me too, Peter. I mean, so if they can get by that and we can still remain friends, I'm still willing to remain friends. I'm not going to write people. I mean, we have so much more stuff other than this, but our government has created this deception and this hatred and this division, and it really sucks.
Yes, it does.
So
it does. But, you know, I mean, my Facebook feed now, I mean, I'm sharing stuff that all the people on my Facebook page agree with me completely. So, I mean, we're just sharing between each other. Nobody's really listening.
I'm losing you. You're sounding underwater. What's going on here?
Not sure. I just got some music playing.
Oh, I can hear my show in the background. You need to turn that down.
Yeah, I just left the living room.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I appreciate you watching, but at the same time, there's an 8-second delay, so it really gets confusing. Here's the thing. I'm not just saying things. I'm showing actual videos of actual, content of actual factual stuff. And it's like, I'm trying to save. There's no shame. And, everybody comes around at different times. And that's my goal.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, I've noticed a lot of the people that, I mean, I'll make a comment on Facebook or something, and all of a sudden I'll get somebody who's not really even a friend of mine. It's just they've seen the comment through their chain of friends, and they'll blast me with this long list of what they call proof of, Trump being blah, 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 or doing this or this or this. And what they show as proof is a list of mainstream media who we can't trust anyway. So how the hell can that even be used as proof?
Well, because they believe that, and that's the gaslighting. I see it a lot on Facebook. The gaslighting is they don't know what they're talking about. They'll take something just like I'm taking something, same thing, and showing it, but they're taking just like like pieces of content that are literally a black screen that somebody wrote words on, just wrote words on. That's not even video or anything like that, by nobody in particular, gaslighting, just statements, just creating statements, and they're just passing it on, and they truly believe it. I'm telling you, there's a lot of, I don't want to say fucking idiots, but there's a lot of, but there's, people right there in your hometown that I know that don't have a clue about what they're talking about, and they just keep passing on just really bad information because they truly believe it.
Yep. But then if you wind up in a face-to-face conversation with them, my opinions about what is happening now is based on what I have actually heard and with my own ears and seen with my own eyes that these people have said over the years. My memory's not as short as everybody else's, I guess, because I remember how things were. I remember how things happened. I remember when the Department of Education was created. I was in school, but I remember that.
Look, here's the difference. I take the same videos from the past, just as I just did before you called, and from 2000, and here they are. Tape don't lie. It doesn't, but we forget so quickly because there's so many things after that. I get people. I totally understand why people forget, but I'm here to refresh your memory. Yep.
But those people, those same people that that if I show them those videos, their eyes just glaze over. It's just, they don't want to know is what it is.
Yeah. Sad, but I'll keep trying. You doing all right?
Doing great, man. And I'm still not real tech savvy, but I'm trying to figure stuff out. I was able to watch you on my phone and my YouTube at the same time today.
Awesome. Well, just spread the word. I'm glad you switched over because I'm consolidating. I know you used to watch me from my personal Facebook page, and right now I'm just trying to group everybody up. I need you on the official pages and just share. And thanks for watching and paying attention. But we'll keep on pushing. Again, I can't get out of this now. There's so many exciting things happening. It's a great time to be alive.
Yeah, well, it's a fun time to watch all of them melt down.
Oh, they're freaking out. They're freaking out big time. They are screaming and friggin' yelling. And I think I even skipped a video today. It just reminded me about freaking out because I had a bunch of that too. Anyway, it's short. The time flies really quick, but I appreciate you calling. Hang in there. Thanks for watching. And again, you call again whenever you feel like, because I'm telling you, people need to get this straight and forgive, try to be a little more understanding. It just sucks, but everybody, comes around at different times. And for those who don't, God bless them.
Yeah. God bless them. Well, hey man, play some of those meltdown videos if you got time.
We're getting out of here. You're the one and only call, and we're getting out of here. I've been on for an hour and a half now. I think that's enough.
All right, buddy. Hey, look, give me a call on my landline sometime.
Believe me, you might even see my face.
All right, buddy.
All right, brother. I love you. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. There you go. All right. Well, he agreed. I really wish I could get somebody who disagrees, because I'd love to know how you can disagree when I'm playing it and showing it to you right dead in your face. But that's why I don't get those calls. All right, so here's the deal. I want to thank everybody for watching. I do. Reminder, next week, Wednesday, February 12th, I'm still going to talk about this kind of stuff for a little bit, but I'm going to take a little break pre-Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day is on a Friday. It's on a weekend. But Wednesday, February 12th, pre-Valentine's Day with Heather, the advisor. She's been on my show many times before, except for last year, because we were on break last year during this time. And we're going to talk about love, what's going on in the universe, life. She might even take a few calls to let you call in and let Heather tell you what's going on in your life. But she's really cool. She's a lot of fun. I love her. And she's going to be on here talking about this stuff next week, Wednesday, February 12th, right here, pre-Valentine's show with Heather, the advisor. And for those of you who've known and watched the shows in the past, you know what I'm talking about. For those who've never seen her, tune in, all right? Reminder, only going to be on the official Facebook Peter G Show page and the official YouTube Peter G Show page. So please, if you're watching this now from wherever you're watching, go to those pages, Follow on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. It's free. Okay? Not to mention the audio podcast. Everything's on demand after the live show. But the advantage of the live show is you can text, comment on screen where I can see your comments, and you can call in just as Steve just did from across the country. It's that simple. It's really simple. But anyway, anything else going on? No. I want to remind you, I want to thank you for watching Life of Peter G, The Peter G Show, every Wednesday like clockwork, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, and 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Uh-oh. See, I keep getting these comments. Here we go. What we got? Todd McKay. Wow, Cadillac Attack. And I enjoy you enjoying my show, Todd. Let me put that up there. I'm going to put that up there. Right there. Coming to a gig near you. My name's Peter G, and I approve this message. Wow. See, I never knew who's watching, but thank you for watching. And I had another one, too. It's Phil Rush. A lot of people. A lot of shy people. A lot of people don't say stuff. But I'm glad when you do. I want to take phone calls. The show used to be full of phone calls, and I got away from it, and now everybody's gotten away from it. But either way, I'm glad you're watching. Please, please, please share and follow and subscribe. It's free. For God's sake, it's free. I make it as easy as I can for you. I'm literally going down in flames financially so I can keep it free. But that's okay. I'm not going down in flames. We'll be fine. Viva la Peter G Show. Be kind. Life is a bitch. It's crazy right now. There's so much division. Everybody's getting all their panties in a wad. We got the libtards. The left are losing their minds. Even though I know a lot of these people, I still love you. Because you just don't get it, and that's okay. We're going to work on this, providing you're going to work. But at some point, if you say "Screw you, Peter, I'm never going to talk to you again," well, I can't help you. But I'm willing to see past all that. I am, because at this age, I can deal with it. We're good. I get it. We just have to figure it out. And I'm trying to help you. I'm here. I'm here to help. Hi, I'm Peter G. All right, man. Life is a bitch. All right. All kinds of other things. It's going to be better. As I just told Steve, it's a great time to be alive. There's going to be a lot of things going on. A lot of things. But we're all in this together. So we need to stick together. Unity is the key. That division thing, that thing about your hatred towards it, this is what they want, because they didn't come up with, and I'd like to know what year that came up with. United we stand, divided we fall. I need to look into that. I need to look into that. What year that phrase was created, because that is the God's honest truth. United we stand, divided we fall. And that's what they wanted. They wanted us to fall. George Soros and Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum and the New World Order and the World Health Organization and the Paris Climate, all these people can go screw themselves. We just fired them. They almost had full control over this entire planet. But there is a God. By the grace of God, the strength of the orange man, whether you hate him or not, is saving your ass. You just don't know it. You just don't know it. You will. Can't wait for the aliens to come and just explain all this shit to all the simpletons. I'm not that smart, but I get it. I'm getting there. It comes with age. Anyway, I love you guys. I do. Please tune in every week and every Wednesday. Watch the shows on demand. My name is Peter G. Life is a bitch. It is. Please be kind. I know it's stressful. We're living hand to mouth. A lot of people. It's stressful. It really is. But be kind. You don't have to take a bunch of shit from people, but you don't have to be an ass either. Just find that middle road. Take a breath before you speak. I'm learning. A lot of people I want to tell to shut the hell up. But I don't. But I'm thinking it. But I don't. All right? My name is Peter G. Thank you for watching. Remember, if anybody's butthurt about the things I'm saying, I'm not going to hold it against you, and I'm not going to not talk to you unless you choose not to talk to me. But one thing for sure is, I know what I believe in, and I know that I've done the work to believe in what I think is very accurate. And I know you believe what you believe too, and that's your business. But I don't care. I don't care. It's not going to affect me. If it affects you, that's fine. We're all still here. That's a big deal. All right? I love you guys. Peace out. Remember,
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced and single.